Welcome back. It's been a little while between drinks. Tonight we're going to have a crack at doing a bistecca fiorentina, the king of T-bones. Well, we can't get to Italy, so we may as well try and do it at home, huh? If you're eating this dish in Italy, you'd more than likely be eating fiorentina beef. It's a breed that comes from Tuscany. Difficult to find the meat here. It's not unknown, but it is difficult to find. This is a T-bone I bought from a butcher up in Perth. It's Black Angus. They reckon it's aged. It's aged a bit. Comes out of a fancy cabinet. This piece is about 1 kilo, and I've already trimmed a bit of the fat off it. What else am I going to need? Well, I'm going to need a meat thermometer. This is a gadget fest. Meat thermometer, you can't go wrong. Some tongs, some pepper, a good knife, some salt, a little bit of olive oil. You're going to need a nice bottle of Sangiovese to drink with your dinner. You're also going to need to have some sort of device for cooking over charcoal, if at all possible. Now you can do this in a pan. We've done a demonstration video on that before. But if you can do it over charcoal or coals of some description, it's going to be so much more enjoyable. That's what you want your charcoal to look like. White powder all over. Super, super hot. Okay, our meat. It's about 1 kilo there. It'll be interesting to see what's left at the end. We've got some fat on there I've trimmed off, as I say. Obviously there's bone. Room temperature, very important. No salt to begin with. That salt comes later. And of course this is all about doing it to an internal temperature. There's no prescriptive time on this. We're just going to let that take its time. And when we get to a temperature of 58 degrees Celsius, then we'll know it's ready for resting. I'm giving this high heat to begin with, just to get it started. Then I'm going to spread the charcoal just around more to the periphery so it doesn't go too hard. Remember, we're dealing with, quite a few centimetres of meat there. The trick, of course, with this is to get the right cut of meat at the butcher. Don't let them palm you off with some sort of thin, skimpy little T-bone they've already pre-cut. Find a butcher who'll be prepared to take a big piece and cut it to the exact dimensions you want. I reckon with bone and fat, 1 kilo for 2 people works pretty damn well. That's still a fair way off. I reckon you could figure on at least half an hour for this, if not a little longer. But that's okay. We're in no hurry, and good things take time. We're starting to get some lovely dark colour on this beef now. However, I'm prepared to say right now we're a fair way off being ready. I'm just going to get this into the sirloin section of this. And that's reading 32. So we are indeed a good way off. Hence the need to move that charcoal to the outside and let it continue to cook slowly rather than an intense crust. This has now had 3/4 of an hour. That probe in there, depending on where you put the probe, you can come up with different results. We're looking for 58 degrees in the sirloin side for medium rare. Different spots, different temperatures. I'm going to call that done. I'm going to put it on a wire rack. I'm going to put it in a very low oven to rest, and minimum of 10 minutes, minimum. And then it's just a matter of taking the meat off the bone and carving it. I've dressed for dinner. I've taken off the apron. First, I give this some salt. Now that it's rested for actually half an hour. Plenty of salt. Quality of the salt is, it goes without saying, garbage in, garbage out. Okay, now, as all your, oh boy, there we go. As all your videos and chefs and so forth will tell you, it's very important to cut the meat across the grain. Let's just get in there and see if our theory on medium rare has worked. I'm going to say I'm particularly happy with that. Now, a bistecca in Italy, it's a very lean meat. It's cooked very rare. It's almost bloody. I don't think that's right for an Australian bit of Black Angus, but it's a sort of an Australian bistecca, and I'm very, very happy with that. Let's reinvent the T-bone. Let's get into the kitchen, and thank you very much for visiting.